guys, welcome back to another checklist vlog. I know it has been way too long, but we're back at it. We're back with another video. This week's video is going to be on the Free Willy filming locations, but for now, we're checking out the Cleveland Dam here in North Vancouver. Let's go check it out. Whoa, let's hold off on that and get to the filming locations first. Alright you guys, so we have made it to Oaks Amusement Park here in Portland, Oregon. This is a public park and you can come roam around the grounds for free. You just have to pay $3 in parking, and the park's open on weekends. So if you're in the Portland area, come check it out. So right behind me here is an establishing shot of the park that Willy's tank is at, right here. Now you can see this building right here behind me. This is where you can see the Coke sign sticking out. They just have an awning. Of course, after a couple years, things have changed. It's been updated. Looks a little different, but I'll show you a little bit more close up and closer to the shot. Now, as Michael Ironside is walking through the amusement park, you can see some of these rides right behind his head right here as they're walking after Willy's show. I wonder if these are the same rides or if they just kind of got updated ones. Okay, so right here behind me is where you can see Jesse riding his bike all the way over to here, where he then gets off his bike and walks in to go to Willy's tank. And that's when it switches over to New Mexico, where the tank actually is, that housed Kiko the whale. So this right here would have been the entrance that you could see Jesse riding his bike down right where that golf cart is. So he would have stopped right here and walked right in there. Now, a lot has changed here. You can see there's not a lattice here anymore, but there's actually still a remnants of the lattice built right over here. You can kind of see the outline of where the lattice wall was once built. So, if you turn around from our last location, you will see this house. This would have been Randolph's house in the movie. And I don't know for sure if they filmed interiors here, but you can see it in a couple shots right here. Now, a really cool fact about this movie that I just found out is that when Jesse rides his bike to the tank, that's filmed in Portland, Oregon at Oaks Amusement Park. But when he passes through those doors, that's all filmed in New Mexico. Every tank shot is filmed in New Mexico. Some pretty cool movie magic happening there. But let's move on to our next location. So, after we were done at Oaks Amusement Park, we went downtown Portland, Oregon to check out where some of the first shots in the movie were filmed. Let's check it out. So our next location is Pioneer Courthouse Square in Portland, Oregon. You can see this shot at the beginning of the movie as the logo fades out to show Jesse and his friends trying to get some cash. After we left Pioneer Courthouse Square, just a little bit down the road is the car wash where they would have watered down Willy before they headed to the marina. This place is pretty much the same, just a fresh coat of paint and some updated vacuum cleaners, but when you're standing there, it's identical to the movie. It's awesome. Alright, on to the next location. So right here behind me, this ridge, you can see Jesse running down this hill, and you can see this one rock in particular right behind his head. I'll throw it up here and we'll get a little bit of a closer shot. So after Jesse runs down that slope, you can see him stop on the cliffside, and you can see this rock formation right here, as well as this ridge right over here behind him. And there was a little garbage can standing right there through the trees. If you guys can see it, I'll throw an arrow up right here. But in the shot, you see a bunch of little trees underneath Jesse as he stands by the garbage can. I'll be completely honest with you guys. It is a bit of a struggle trying to line up shots here because the tree growth from, well, last video 1985 from the Goonies, and with Free Willy now from 1992-93, these trees have really grown. And even the landscape has kind of changed. As you've seen in the other video where we came to this park, there's active landslides happening. So I mean, I don't know for sure the history of this place, but that can also be a factor of why kind of having a little bit of a struggle lining up some of these shots. Alright you guys, so we have made it to where the last scenes of Free Willy are shot. This is Hammond Marina, here just outside of Astoria where we filmed the Goonies. This road right behind me is where you can see Glenn's truck barreling through the gate as they try to block him off, trying to get Willy back into the water. So right behind me, right here, this building, you can see in this shot right here as the truck breaks through. And this is where the gate would have been, right here. All right, sorry you guys if the wind is absolutely terrible, but right behind me here is where Michael Matheson rams his truck into the water trying to get Willy in there as fast as he can. And we're gonna go get a little bit of a closer look, but this is where the truck would have backed right into the water. Now also over here you can see where those POS fishermen would have been parking their boats with the nets trying to catch Willy. You can see the opening right here on the other side of the marina, right there. That's where the ships would have been. This right here, bam, truck in the water, knee deep. This is also right here where Michael Matheson would have said, "Let go of my boy." Bam! It socks the guy square in the face. Okay, so right behind me, right over here, is where you could have seen Jesse jump down and he would have been talking to Willy right in the water. I'll throw up the shot right here. I'm gonna try to throw up my drone and get a better shot. Let's try it. Now, this beach area is where Jesse would have been motivating Willy to jump over the rock wall. And the most famous shot at this marina is Willy jumping over the rock wall. And I mean, this is one of those locations that I never thought that I'd get to in my life. But as for all three of the videos that were filmed in Oregon, I grew up watching and loving those movies. And to be standing in these locations over the last three videos of the Goonies, Stand By Me, and Free Willy, it was mind-blowing. And I often go back to them in my memory. We're checking out the Cleveland Dam here in North Vancouver. Let's go check it out. Alright you guys, unfortunately that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed checking out the Free Willy filming locations. But go out, have yourselves a great week, and I'll meet up with you on Friday for another video. See ya.